Hello everyone, a very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep. I'm Roohindeep Kaur and today we are going to practice another arrangements question or what you call a seating arrangements question. So yesterday we did circular arrangements. I gave you a question which was pretty much different from the questions that you have been solving. Today, I've brought you a linear arrangement question of a good difficulty level, which can be time consuming in your exam, right? So we're going to practice that particular question. I'm going to give you time, to solve it on your own, and then I'll give you the question so that you know where you're standing if you have already prepared for linear arrangements. Hi Sachin, good afternoon. So if you guys have already prepared for linear arrangement, right? So right now this question is going to prove how is your practice. आपको और practice करना चाहिए, आपको और questions देखने चाहिए या फिर you should go back and understand what are your mistakes. Now, before I start today's session and before I start giving you a little bit information about our ongoing courses, I want you guys to know this. I don't know who needs to hear this, but it is okay to make mistakes. It is perfectly fine to make mistakes. While practicing, you're bound to make mistakes. It is not like that, you have been solving these questions throughout your life. So some of these topics are new to you. So while practicing, if you're making mistakes, it is perfectly fine. But having that being said, as long as you learn from your mistakes, try to analyze why the mistakes were made, try to analyze what you can do to make them better. So with that note, let me start today's session and I'll start with a little bit information about our ongoing courses. This one is CUCET 2022, a champions course for the students who want to get selected in top central university. CUCET का notification जल्दी ही आ जाएगा. So if you haven't started preparing for it, make sure you do that. You can also take the free trial for this particular course. Make sure you do that. And in the next one, we have our BBA Rankers course. If you are preparing for these colleges, Symbiosis, Narsimonji, Indraprasth University, Christ University, Saint Xavier exams, make sure you guys are taking the free trial today. Lot many notifications are out. It is the high time you start preparing. So hurry up and I will see you in the classes. So make sure you take that free trial today, right? Score Booster course for IPM and DUJAT. This is batch 3. So this was launched in January. So guys, classes have already started in this batch. You need to hurry up. Take your free trial. Make sure you enroll for this because time nahi hai hamare paas DUJAT or IPMAT ki, preparation ke liye. You need to get going right now. Then at 4 p.m. from Monday to Friday, I am taking special free sessions for logical reasoning. So make sure you're checking that out as well, right? Practice karte hain hum wahan pe different topics ki and you can interact with me at the BYJU'S Exam Prep app while solving the questions. You can ask your doubts, like just like you do it over here. Wahan pe you can also come and solve different topics. And this is the question. So if I just take a look at the question, nice, crisp, long question. So what is different in this question? The first thing from the easy level, which is different over here, is that in this straight line, these 8 people who are sitting, they're not facing the same direction. So with that note, I would want to give you a hint. Whenever you're going to solve this question, make sure you have enough space for the possibilities. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. That should be enough to solve this question. Okay? But if in the end you need more time, just you need to ask and type in the chat that ma'am, I need more time. Give me a minute or so. I'll be happy to do that. So make sure you start solving it right now. Your time starts now. Don't shy away from clearing any doubt related to any sentence. It's perfectly fine. You can ask questions. 4 more minutes, everyone. You have 3 more minutes. Last minute, everyone. Last minute. Time is up. If you need more time, just type in the chat. How much time do you need? Time is up. Perfect. I guess you guys don't need time, which means you have the solution with you. And I'm going to show you 5 questions which are based on this linear arrangement, right? So solve them, and जब मैं सारे questions show कर दूंगी, I want you guys to write down what was your score if you want. If you want. Okay, out of 5, no negative marking, what was your score, right? Okay. So this is the first question. It says how many people are facing the north direction? How many people are facing the north direction? The answer to this question is, what do you think is the answer to this question? Answer to this question is option C, that it is not possible to determine what number exactly is facing towards north, the number of people, right? Okay, so the next question is, which of the following statement is true with respect to the given arrangement? So whatever arrangement you have drawn, which of the following statement is true? And the answer to this question would be careful. The correct answer to this question is option C. It is H. Okay, who has no one sitting towards his left. The next question based on this is, which of the following is true with respect to D, the person D? Okay, which of the following is true with respect to D? So start with any statement and try to eliminate options. The correct answer to this question is option A. It is D, who sits either second to the left or second to the right of G. I'm going to explain the entire question so you do not have to worry about why these answers are there. Very good. Okay. I have an I have an answer right now. Okay. Sachin, so we're going to check the next one over here. If the position of F, now you have a condition for this specific question. If the position of F gets interchanged with E, then who among the following sits third to the right of E? Third to the right of E. Okay, the correct answer is option D to this question. The correct answer is option D, right? Okay, the next question and the last question, which is based on this. Now, it should be three of the following four are alike in a certain way based on the given arrangement. So, which of the following does not belong to that group? So, they're expecting you to do odd one out. Out of these four options, find out the odd one out. Okay, so the correct answer to this question is option D. So let us check what was happening over here. Okay, I'm sure if you were able to give at least one answer, that means you tried to solve the question fully. So let us just take a look what was happening. So one thing that I initially explained to you was that one thing was different over here. It was these eight people, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, who were sitting in a straight line, not necessarily in the same order. Some of them were facing north and some of them were facing south. Okay, that means whatever person, like if they give you information like this, F sits to the immediate left of B. If F is sitting to the immediate left of B, if B faces north, that is a different possibility. If B faces south, that is a different possibility. ठीक है, तो आपको यहाँ पे possibilities के लिए तैयार रहना. You should be ready for the possibilities. Now, when I say something like that, you also have to make sure that you are looking at the information जहां से एक positive start हो सकता है. Like the first information over here is H sits at one of the extreme ends of the line. That means it is just two possibilities. H can either sit at the leftmost end or the rightmost end, just two possibilities. But I cannot just, close my eyes and start with it. No, don't do that. Why is that? Because I need to know if I have any more information related to H. Sometimes examiner initially gives you the information like this, but last तक आपको उसके relation के साथ कुछ पता नहीं चलता कि okay, H के साथ respectively कौन बैठा है. So I'll give a quick, scan whether I have any information which is related to H or not. So I can see H over here, I can see H over here, I can see H over here. So let's just quickly scan these things. So this one says B sits third to the right of H. Looks good to me. Okay. And then they tell you immediate neighbors of B face opposite direction to H. Okay, fine. Both A and E are not immediate neighbors of H. Perfect. So I have one person that can be linked to H, and that is B. Do I have any relation with B? Over here I have one B which gives me F. That means, yeah, it is pretty good start. So I can start with this information. And why am I doing that? Because half the way when I start a question and when I stop half the way, just allow me a second. When I stop half the way and restart the question, that is going to give me nothing but anxiety. So वो नहीं चाहिए मुझे, वो नहीं चाहिए. So first thing first, I am going to draw a straight line with 8 positions, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and I'm going to draw one more line. I may need a few more lines as well, but this is the space that I have right now. Okay, this is the space that I have right now. So there you go. Over here, if I put H, that is one of the extreme ends. Over here, if I put H, that is one of the extreme ends. तो मैंने first statement को use कर लिया. But I am yet to know where H is facing. So I have no idea. The next information that I have is B sits third to the right of H. This is a good piece of information to decide where H is facing. Guys, if I make H facing towards north, if I make H facing towards north, right, if H is facing towards north, and I say B sits third to the right, so that means towards this position B would be. But if I make H face towards south, I'm going to draw B over here. So if H is facing north, B can only be towards the right. If H is facing towards south, B can only be towards the towards your left. So in the first case, in the first possibility, this is the only possible seating arrangement available for B, because I cannot arrange H facing towards south. They expect B to be sitting towards the right. So if I place H facing towards south, it would be in this case. So this is first right, second right, and third right. Any explanation required for this? any explanation required for this. I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear. So in these type of questions, the relative information that you guys have, it is the relative information that you guys have, which is going to give you the next piece of information, right? So I have B right now. Can I use any other piece of information? Immediate neighbors of B face opposite direction to H. Okay, that means in this case, they must be facing towards south. In this case, they must be facing towards north. I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear. So I've utilized this information that immediate neighbors of B are facing opposite direction of H, because in both the cases I know the direction of H. It was completely fine. A and E are not immediate neighbors of H. So at this particular position, I cannot place A and E. At this particular position, I cannot place A and E. So this is the only information regarding to H that I have at this moment. But the best part is now I have one extra person, which is B. I have one extra person, which is B, right? So I can start information with this. What is the next information? It is F sits immediate left to B. Again a problem. If B faces towards north, okay, F must be sitting over here. If B faces towards south, F should sit over here. So these are the two possibilities regarding this particular piece of information. So can I use it? Yes, if you want to draw 4 lines, go ahead, use it. Otherwise, you can wait and look for any other piece of information which is going to help. So I've kept this at a side. What is the information left now? This is a good piece of information. A sits fourth to the left of E. A is sitting fourth to the left of E. That means I have information about 5 persons, right? So the next information about A and E is, this is a good piece of information, that E does not face south. Why is this good piece of information? Because if E does not face south, E has to face north, and fourth to the left of E. So this is what first, second, third, and fourth to the left of E. This is the information. So where can I place these persons? I cannot place them over here. If A is placed at, I'm going to just draw a little tick. If A is placed over here after 3 persons, this should be E. If I place, A somewhere else, there is no other way to, particularly use this information. Why am I saying that? Over that place. Let me quickly show you this again. At this information, at this particular position, I cannot place A. I have a reason. There is no, way that I can put A and E over here. If I put A at this position, I have no place for E, and right की तरफ अगर मैं जाऊंगी, I have no place for E. So the only place for A and E in the first possibility is this. I have no other space. क्योंकि अगर मैं E को एक्सट्रीम एंड पे बिठाती हूँ तो B की जगह A को होना चाहिए, which is not possible. And यहाँ से can I use this information? I hope this is clear. Now let us arrange A and E over here from this. Can I do that? Yes. So let me show you again using a highlighter. Allow me a second, please. So let me again show you using a highlighter. Over here, A and E cannot be placed. If I place E at this position, so A would be placed over here, perfectly fine, works. If I try to place A at the extreme end, B की जगह पे E होना चाहिए. It should be E in place of B, which is not possible. Hence, this is the only possible space for A and E. And it is also correct because over here, E is facing towards north. I hope till this point it is clear. So I have used this piece of information and this piece of information. So what I want you guys to understand is I am not using top to bottom information in this particular question because they have given me random order of statements. A sits exactly between D and G. It is A who sits exactly between D and G. Okay, perfectly fine. So that means I have two positions. Either here D and G are sitting, over here D and G are sitting. But can you take a look over here? Do I have space for D and G? One space is there at this position, but over here B has taken the position, so I can clearly say that this particular possibility is wrong. There is no way I can place D and G over here. So I am going to eliminate it. Okay, I hope this is clear. I'm going to erase this because I do not have space, guys. So I erase the first possibility because A has to sit exactly between D and G, right? Okay. So I have placed this piece of information. I'm left with few persons only. They tell me that C does not face north. If C does not face north, B's immediate neighbor is facing north. This is not a position that C can take. So C should be placed at this position only. Now if I place C at this position, immediate left of B is F, and that is only possible in this case when B is facing towards north. I hope it is clear. So H sitting one of the extreme ends, A sitting fourth to the left of E, C not facing north, that means C should be facing towards south, right? F immediate left of B works, immediate neighbor of G face the same direction. Okay, I have no idea. Okay, where G is sitting, so I'm going to utilize that. Probably they want to say G is sitting between A and F. We have to check that from the next pieces of information. Those who sit at extreme end face the same direction. If H is facing south, this person must face south, right? So this is also utilized, and I am left with the last piece of information, that is G is not sitting at any extreme end of the line. If G is not sitting at any extreme end of the line, it proves the point further. It proves the point that it is D and this is G. People, एक चीज ध्यान से देखो, immediate neighbors of G face the same direction. If F is facing north, this is also facing north. I have each and every person's direction over here. I have each and every person's direction over here. The only problem is I do not know where G is facing. I do not know where G is facing. So if I do not know where G is facing, is that a problem? No, it is examiner's problem. He did not share that information with me. So how many people are facing north? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 people are facing north, 3 people are facing south, right? But if G faces north, this could be +1. If G faces south, this could be +1. Hence, when we were asked this question regarding the direction of people who were facing north, my answer was cannot be determined. Why was that? Because I had no idea where G was facing and hence cannot be determined. When you take a look at this question, no one sits to the left of H. H is sitting at this end but facing towards south, and hence there is no one sitting towards the left of H. If you take a look at question number 3, D sits at second to the left or right. Why is that? Because we have no idea about where G is facing. So that is, this is D, right? And this is A and this is G. So if G is facing towards north, this is left. If G is facing towards south, this is right. D sits at second position from one of the extreme end is wrong. So the moment you know this is correct, the first one is correct, option C and option D gets cancelled. I only needed to check the statement number 2, and when that became false, this also got eliminated and my answer is option E. So method of elimination works wherever possible. So you can try to utilize that. And the one who is an immediate neighbor of H over here, if you see over here, it is C. Both of them are facing towards south. So F gets interchanged with E, then who among the following sits? Just do not go and try to interchange. In these type of questions, it is just your intuition. ठीक है, intuition को देखो यहाँ पे. Then who among the following sits third to the right of original F? Because E and F have exchanged their position na. So third to the right of original F is C, and C is the immediate neighbor of H, right? Last question में this is odd one out. Option D is odd one out. The reason for that is these are immediate neighbors. Okay, and this one is not. F and H are not immediate neighbors. So I hope this was insightful for you guys. These type of questions are frequent in BB entrance exams because they can consume time. So you have to practice these questions to understand that there are some questions in linear arrangement which are super easy. How can you identify them? There are some questions in circular arrangement which are super easy. How can you identify them? So try to identify the level of questions whenever practicing. And as I said in the starting, it's okay to make mistakes as long as you're learning from them, right? So make sure you're learning from them as well, which is super important. And Salik sir is giving you daily at 2 p.m. GK free sessions at BYJU'S Exam Prep app. So make sure you're going and checking that out as well. Alpa ma'am at 12:30 p.m. is giving you critical reasoning, grammar, reading comprehension के लिए verbal ability free sessions. So join that. This is very important for BB entrance exams. For BB entrance exams, special free sessions of QA, Ankur Tomar sir is explaining you so much about the concepts which can be asked, how to solve these questions daily at 11 a.m. Make sure you're checking that out. I, along with Rabia ma'am, Salik sir, Vinod sir, Ankur Tomar sir are going to help you to reach your dream college. But guys, allow us to help you. So download BYJU'S Exam Prep app. Make sure you do that. Make sure you take your free trials. Take care. Make sure if you are having any queries, you are contacting our counselors or writing to us, right? Anything else that I can help you with? I hope this was insightful. So for those students who could not solve this question in the first go, I would want you guys to rewatch this, pause the video, right? And take your time to solve the question, right? उसको solve करो and then उसके बाद जब भी time लगे, take a screenshot of that. जब भी time लगे, make a टाइमर लगा के इन क्वेश्चंस को सॉल्व किया करो, ठीक है? सो वो चीज करना बहुत बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है. एंड आई एम गोइंग टू मीट यू गाइस सून बिकॉज आई एम डूइंग अ मेगा मॉक एनालिसिस ऑफ CUCT, ठीक है, अभी at 3:30. सो मेक श्योर यू ज्वाइन दैट एज वेल, ठीक है? वी विल बी डिस्कसिंग व्हाट टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस वर देयर एंड कैसे उनको जल्दी जल्दी लॉजिकल रीजनिंग में करा जा सकता था, कैसे क्वेश्चंस को अवॉइड किया जा सकता था, ठीक है? तो मैं क्या करने वाली हूँ, आई एम गोइंग टू solve the mock in front of you guys, ठीक है? And I'm going to show you how I solve the mock and how I identify the questions, right? So I'm going to meet you guys soon. Till then, please take care of yourself. Bye-bye, everyone. What is minimum percentile to qualify IPMAT? Tesseract. Oh my god, this guy is a Marvel fan. Okay, so Tesseract beta minimum percentile नहीं है. Minimum percentile की बात नहीं है यहाँ पे. There is cut off. ठीक है? I did a video on that कि cut off क्या है. So अगर आप इंदौर की बात करें, if you're talking about IPMAT इंदौर, so there are 3 sections. 2 sections of QA, 1 section of VA. 1 section of QA is asking you multiple choice questions, 20 multiple choice questions. So around 21 or no, sorry, I'm very sorry, not around 21. So the number of questions to qualify is around 8 to 9. Like आपको कम से कम 50% अगर आप करके आ रहे हो वहां पे, तो there is a special formula to get your score. So एक composite formula है. Just allow me a second. There is a composite formula. ठीक है? Just a second. कैन यू सी? ओके, सो देर इज अ कॉम्पोजिट फॉर्मूला, ठीक है, जहां पे होता है योर स्कोर, ठीक है, योर स्कोर ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर सेक्शन माइनस द मिनिमम स्कोर ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर सेक्शन ऑफ दैट पर्सन, divided by the maximum score a student got in that particular section minus minimum score, ठीक है, multiply by 25। तो इस तरह से ना एक composite score मिलता है, ठीक है। तो आपको 10 questions होते हैं short answer of QA, 20 questions होते हैं multiple choice from QA, and then there are 30 questions of multiple choice questions from verbal। आपको यहाँ पे भी कम से कम 20 मार्क्स के आसपास कट ऑफ रहती है फॉर द जर्नल कैटेगरी, 20 to 22 आई थिंक दैट वाज द लिमिट। एंड अगर मैं इसकी बात करूं ओवर हियर, दिस गोज अराउंड 50 to 60, ठीक है। सो दिस इज द स्कोर फॉर द कट ऑफ। एंड अगर मैं इसकी बात करूं तो ये जाती है कुछ 70 to 80। आई डोंट नो द एग्जैक्ट नंबर्स ऑफ द लास्ट ईयर, बट दिस इज द कट ऑफ। तो आपको कम से कम इतने मार्क्स, कम से कम इतने मार्क्स, कम से कम इतने मार्क्स लाने हर एक सेक्शन में, फिर आपका एक कॉम्पोजिट स्कोर बनेगा, फिर उसके बाद आप आगे जा सकते हो पर्सनल इंटरव्यू के लिए। सो देयर इज नॉट परसेंटाइल सिस्टम इसके लिए, ठीक है। आई होप दिस इज क्लियर। सो न्यूज़पेपर रीडिंग कैसे करते हैं सचिन? इफ यू हैव जस्ट स्टार्टेड रीडिंग न्यूज़पेपर, सबसे पहली चीज ये करो, टू इनकलकेट द हैबिट, अपने आप को ये बोलो कि मुझे कम से कम 20 मिनट्स रीड करना है। और वो जो मिडिल वाला पेज होता है ना आर्टिकल्स का, जहाँ पे अच्छे आर्टिकल्स लिखे होते हैं अबाउट इंडियन इकोनॉमी, और इट कुड बी रिलेटेड टू एनवायरमेंट और एनीथिंग लाइक दैट, ट्राई टू रीड देम एंड एक्टिव रीडिंग करो, मतलब समझने की कोशिश करो कि क्या लिखा है। क्योंकि जब आप एक्टिव रीडिंग करते हो, you understand that there are so many things you did not know first। शायद आपको वो कंसेप्ट नहीं पता है जिसके बारे में बात करी जा रही है, शायद आपको एक वर्ड का मतलब नहीं पता है, शायद आप एक सेंटेंस को 4 बार पढ़ रहे हो सो दैट यू अंडरस्टैंड द मीनिंग ऑफ इट। सो इट इज गोइंग टू चैलेंज योर जर्नल नॉलेज, ठीक है। इट इज गोइंग टू चैलेंज योर करंट अफेयर्स, इट इज गोइंग टू चैलेंज योर वोकैब, इट इज गोइंग टू चैलेंज योर ग्रामर, ठीक है। और जब आप एक्टिवली रीड करते हो, ये चीजें इंक्रीज होने लग जाती हैं, ऑटोमेटिकली आपका स्पीड जो है वो इंक्रीज हो जाता है और आपका कॉम्प्रिहेंशन इंक्रीज हो जाता है। सो स्टार्ट विद दैट, ठीक है, दैट इज हेल्पफुल। What are the important topics for LR and IPMAT? Once honestly, Indore doesn't ask you IPMAT के अंदर LR, ठीक है। For the LR topics in Rohtak and JIPMAT, जो भी आप दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी, अगर आप DUJAT के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो, दे आर द सेम वंस। कोडिंग, डिकोडिंग, डायरेक्शंस, ब्लड रिलेशंस, अरेंजमेंट्स, पजल्स, then team selection, series, then you have data sufficiency, syllogisms, logical Venn diagrams, then you have questions from inequalities, then you have questions from numerical series, ठीक है, alphabetical series, visual reasoning, mirror image, water image, things like that। So whatever बाकी के logical reasoning के entrance exams में जो भी logical reasoning आती है, similar level, right? That is the question. Yes, tesseract। Yes, so this drastically drops, like 15 पे चला जाएगा, ये 40-45 के आसपास चला जाएगा, ये 60 के आसपास चला जाएगा, ठीक है। Fine, so make sure you do that। I hope this was insightful। Was that good? Like I hope I was able to clear your doubts। और कुछ पूछना है तुम लोगों को? Anything else that you need to ask? ओके, तो मैं मिलने वाली हूँ अभी। एंड वंश, अगर आपको और भी इंसाइट चाहिए CUCT और IPMAT के लॉजिकल रीजनिंग के बारे में, अभी ना देयर इज अ सेशन जिसके अंदर मैं मॉक एनालिसिस करने वाली हूँ, तो सम ऑफ द टॉपिक्स आप वहां पे भी देख सकते हो, ठीक है। सो यू कैन चेक दैट आउट एज वेल। तो मिलती हूँ मैं उसी सेशन में। आई होप आई वाज एबल टू क्लियर योर डाउट्स एंड please take care of yourself। खाना वाना खा लो। I will be expecting you guys to solve with me the test, ठीक है। चलो, bye bye everyone, take care, I'm going to meet you guys soon।